again. Thank you for being here today. I have a few comments I want to make before Lieutenant Smith is brought forward. March 28th, 2015 is a day the Kitsap community will not forget. Law enforcement will not forget. This is the day that two members of our community were murdered at their home. After many weeks of extensive investigative work, I'm pleased to announce that our detectives made an arrest this morning of Geraldo Castro de Jesus. He'll be arraigned on Monday. But today is not about him. Today is about two victims, Heather Kelso and 2-year-old Caden Loom. These are the names I want you to remember today. We stand here in support of Heather and Caden's families and friends who are also victims of these crimes as they have to suffer through the next several months as we prepare for trial. Our entire community is being affected by these murders. As you report the news today, I ask that you don't forget these victims as we move this case forward in the criminal justice system. Keep them in your thoughts and prayers. As we continue working the case and continue to seek justice, keep them in your thoughts and remember the names of Heather and Caden. Thank you. At this time, I would like to introduce Lieutenant Earl Smith, our detectives lieutenant, to provide you with further information. Earl?
Thank you, Sheriff. Well, as you know, as Sheriff Simpson just said, today we made an arrest at approximately 8:30 this morning at the Puget Sound Naval Shipyard, where the suspect, Geraldo Castro de Jesus, works. He's 30 years of age. Detectives arrested him without incident with the assistance of NCIS. This has been a very difficult investigation. As you know, it happened back in March, and we're not making an arrest until today because there was a lot of work that had to be done. There were several agencies involved. There was crime scenes to process, forensic evidence to examine. We've been working with the crime lab. We've been working with the prosecutor's office and other law enforcement agencies. As you know, Mr. De Jesus, he was booked into the Kitsap County Jail this morning for 2 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of assault in the first degree. His bail has been set at $2 million. There was a valid order for protection against Geraldo de Jesus, protecting Heather Kelso at the time of the murder. And victim Heather Kelso and Mr. de Jesus, they do have an infant child in common, and that child is currently placed by Child Protective Services. No matter what I say today, or even with the arrest, we're not going to change the events back in March. Nothing's going to bring back Heather or Caden. But I hope in just some small way that with this arrest it'll help the family members just a little bit with the healing process as we do go through this criminal justice process. With this arrest, the investigation does not conclude. We're still interviewing people, and we're continuing with the investigation, and we will work with the prosecutor's office as they process the case. Well, it's been a very long and exhaustive investigation. It wasn't one piece of information that led us to the arrest. It's kind of like a puzzle, if you will. A lot of pieces to it, and we had to get all those pieces in place to paint a picture. We had to paint a picture for the prosecutor's office. We wanted to make sure that we had all the available information that we could, all the evidence that we could, so that they would be able to review the case file, make a charging decision. Well, it is domestic violence. What the motive is, I have no idea, Keith, why an individual would kill 2 people, why an individual would kill a 2-year-old. So that I can't answer. That makes no sense. We had to have electronics analyzed, a lot of forensic evidence had to be analyzed, and a lot of that just took a lot of time. So there's not just one piece of evidence. There's just a lot to the case. He just worked for Puget Sound Naval Shipyard. I don't believe we had any concerns for his coworkers, no. I mean, I have my own personal opinions, but I can't say definitively if he targeted Caden